Let me guess, you're a young man with dreams and aspirations of more than the average person. You're just not sure exactly what and when to move forward on these dreams. You're probably working a job that is okay, but it's not your dream, is it? You're probably doing work that you find rather unfulfilling in your hometown, which you probably don't want to be in either, but you just don't know where else to go. You're in this situation because you're like, well, it's okay here, and if I left, where else would I go anyway? What else would I do? How do I know this? Because I'm just like you. I'm in that situation where it's okay, life's okay, it's not great, life's good, but it could be better. Is this all it is? It's a question that I know that a lot of young men are asking themselves. I'm asking myself that. I speak to a lot of young guys who I know are asking the same question. So you don't need to feel alone, and I'm thinking this video might do relatively well because I know there's a lot of young guys out there, and probably women too, who can resonate with this message of being, kind of stuck in this life that is quite, maybe mundane. It's okay, you can get by, you can live a relatively decent lifestyle by the status quo anyway, and it's okay. It's hard for me to leave it because it's not, and there's that uncertainty around of it. I know how it is, and I think this is a very important video for you and also me, because every video that I make on this channel is a message to myself to answer kind of the problem that I'm going through currently, and for me to look back on as I go along in my journey and be like, remember when you said that don't fall away from that message. It's very important. Obviously our beliefs and our knowledge changes over time, but there was a reason, I put this video out here today. And hopefully I'll look back at that and be like, you know what? Remember when younger Thomas said that? And hopefully you'll see that too. We all know comfort is the killer of a man. You see it time and time again. You see a guy who maybe gets to the age of 30 years old, and you saw him maybe around our age. I'm 23 myself, maybe early 20s, and you're like, that guy's doing pretty well. But he gets to around 30 and he's not the same person. He's changed. But unfortunately, a lot of young men don't change for the better. They change for the worse. They become lazy. They become complacent. They become out of shape. They kind of just lose that ambition. They kind of don't have much drive to achieve anything. Maybe they've settled down and had a nice family, and for them that might be very fulfilling. And I'm sure they wouldn't trade that for the world. But I think there's still kind of something that in the back of their mind they're like, what? I kind of am missing something. I kind of wish, I pushed on a bit when I was younger. I kind of wish maybe I quit my job, or I left that relationship because I'm kind of stuck now and I really don't know what to do because I got bills to pay. I'm in this relationship and we're having kids and we're getting married and doing this stuff, but I don't even know if it's actually what I want anymore. And I know this is true. I've spoken to guys who are 40, 50 years old, even older than me. And I've kind of told them, what I'm going through and kind of my goals and ambitions. And I think they found it quite refreshing. I remember being on a plane, and I was reading actually How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And I remember a guy recognised the book, recognised the author, and we just got chatting. And I told him a bit about kind of my life experience to date, and he was talking about his. And he was like, I really praise you for kind of trying to do something different against the grain. And I kind of wish I did that myself, because he was like, I've built a good life. Like, I can't remember exactly what he was doing, but it was kind of like a small, maybe scale business. And he had a decent career and a decent family. But I think he kind of thought, kind of rolling that dice, so to speak, is something that he kind of wished he did a bit more when he was younger. And I think it's true for a lot of you guys as they get to like their 40s and 50s. They're kind of like, I kind of wish I did that. I see that younger guy and he's kind of doing things that I wish I did. And I think that's something that's going to live with you for the rest of your life. So I think you have to, do that thing. You have to do whatever it is for yourself. And what is a great life to you and to me is very different. It's completely subjective. But I think a lot of us can agree what a better life would look like for all of us. For me, what would that contain? And I think the most important thing is freedom. I think freedom is the thing that gives you happiness. And for me, location, time and financial freedom are three things that kind of make up freedom. If you have all three of those, I think you're going to live a very good life. I think most people can agree with you. And of course, it's not only that. Deep, meaningful work, amazing relationships, great health and fitness. These are things that everyone in their life, if they could attain this, they would desire this. And there's no two ways about it. If you could have everything, I think everyone would say, oh, I don't want great health, I don't want to have a really good fitness, I don't want to have an amazing relationship, I don't want the money. People might try and tell you this, but they would if they had it. If they could obtain it, they would. And well, you have to always look at on the other side of it. So what would this not involve? And that's kind of the opposite. Conformity, restrictions on your life, especially time, location, and especially financially. As guys get older, they get to 40, 50 years old, and maybe they don't have the financial resources to do what they want, and they have to stay in a job that they like, especially because they've kind of become trapped, unfortunately, because they've got kids now, they've got family, they've got bills to pay, they've got a house and mortgage, and the only way they can do this is a job that, again, probably isn't very fulfilling, probably is not what they kind of wanted to do when they were a kid. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. Low confidence, self-esteem, probably from this as well, is probably a snowball effect. Poor relationships as well, maybe a poor relationship with their wife because of financial resources, or just poor relationships in general with family and friends, because maybe stress. A lot of these things all correlate to each other, and there's probably a reason for one that passes down to the other few. So what exactly is the message that I want to give you in this video? Well, I'm working a normal job at the moment, and it's okay. I'm happy to say that. It's a good job, but for me, does it build the life that I want to obtain? No, and I'll admit that. I don't hate it by any means, not at all. But it doesn't give me the life that I choose to obtain. And again, I've made videos before that working a job or doing something that maybe is not exactly what you want to do at the moment is a good stepping stone. And there will be a point, and that is, subjective to you, subjective to me, where you have to go on your own way and make your own way through the world and truly go and roll the dice and live that lifestyle and see what happens. And I think if you do that, I really think it will be so much better than kind of your worst fears, because we all know 80% of the things that we fear don't even happen anyway. For me, I have dreams, waking up in somewhere like Buenos Aires and just going to a cafe, getting like a $1 coffee or something, sitting on my laptop working away, going to the gym, just being out in the sunshine, speaking a bit of Spanish is something I'm trying to learn currently. I'm working towards these dreams every day, doing things that are meaningful to me, and I know that would be a very fulfilling lifestyle for me. And I don't want you to think, I'm going to do the same thing and I want to go to Buenos Aires because I've said so. You have to find what it is for you, and that might make time, but it is going to be completely different to you to it is to me. And I was that person too who used to fall for other influencers and listen to what they say and think that's what I wanted to do for my life. So what I did was just completely cut out really listening to anyone other than myself. And if it was only kind of for pure entertainment basis, because I think, yes, it's very good, and this is a bit of a side tangent, but it's very good to go through that process of learning and that self-improvement kind of phase of a year or so of learning a lot of stuff. But I was having this conversation with a friend, and he was like, all this stuff, but you're just watching it over and over again, and it's conflicting it. I can see it inside of you. I can see it with what you're saying, that you don't really know exactly what you want. And the reason is because you have all these influences in your ear telling you different things, and you don't need to listen to them anymore. And it's really gave me more clarity on what I truly desire in my life. But yeah, you have to consider what would it be for you? What would it be completely different? And you have to be absolutely defiant on this vision. You have to be crystal clear on what it is that you want to be, because if it's kind of like, I kind of want to do this, it's a bit flippy floppy, which I was like I say, it's not going to happen, I don't think. And you'll probably stay in that comfort zone, whatever it is, that relationship, that job that is okay, it's very meh. All these relationships, all these things you're kind of doing on the day to day, it's like okay, but it's not good. It's not good for you, is it? It's not making you fulfilled. And yeah, I think you're definitely not destined to reach your potential if you live in this lifestyle. Again, like I say, it's got to be very subjective, and I'm not by any means saying, you know, you can't you stay in the relationship you're in. I think they're very good, or you can't work the job that you're working, because that might be for you exactly what you want to do, but you have to find that for you. And that's the message that I want to leave you with. And yeah, you can literally do absolutely anything that you put your mind to. And I know this is something that gets said a lot, but anything that you truly believe that you can achieve, you will find a way to make it possible. I've done that myself in my life, and I know you can do it too. But yeah, get crystal clear on what that is for you, and always remember, what is the worst that's going to happen anyway? Because if you quit that job, if you leave that relationship and go to the other side of the country, what's the worst that's going to happen? You come back and you go back to that normal life, and you can say, well, I tried it anyway and it didn't work out. But I'm almost certain that won't happen for you. So I think you've just got to roll the dice, work on that, find that clarity in your life, find something meaningful for you, and don't let those dreams just be dreams. Make sure they become your reality, because life's short and you only get one go around, so you have to make the most of it. If you need any further guidance on how you can achieve this, how you can achieve your dream life, dream lifestyle, more everything in abundance than you even believe right now, my one-to-one personal coaching link will be in the description. I hope this video has helped you a lot. It has helped me, and yeah, let's work towards our dreams every single day. If you can like and subscribe, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.